Hello and welcome to your energy art reading for the 22nd to the 28th of July. And firstly, apologies for this being 2 or 3 days late. I wasn't feeling very well, just kind of low on energy, and rather than do a reading that was sort of not quite there, I thought I'd leave it till I felt a wee bit better. So apologies again for it being a little late. So if you're new to the channel, thank you so much. And if you do subscribe, I really appreciate all your support. I'm an intuitive artist and I use energy to channel spiritual wisdom, guidance, and I do it by drawing symbols and then interpreting the symbols. So let's crack on. The first symbol that came through for this week was the jellyfish. Now, the jellyfish is all about being in flow. If you think of a jellyfish sort of floating along in the current of the water, it's just very sort of mesmerizing, very relaxed, and it just sort of goes along with the flow, and it's beautiful. But there's also a bit of a sting in the tail with a jellyfish. And I feel that for some of you this week, there might be a bit of sting in the tail, either from yourself or somebody close to you. Now, you'll notice the colours in this jellyfish. There's pink, a sort of pale blue and yellow. Now, as an artist, I tend to work with colours. Pink to me represents love, the heart chakra. Yellow is the solar plexus, and the blue is the throat chakra. So with the particular symbols of the jellyfish, have a look or sort of feel into where you are in flow in the heart space. Are you in flow with your communication style? And are you in flow? Now, the solar plexus is all about your sense of identity. So is that in flow, or are there blockages? Are there things that you need to shift? The jellyfish also represents entanglement with the tentacles. So could there be some kind of entanglement that's going on in the heart space? And is this something that you can easily extricate yourself from? Or are you wrapped up in something that's perhaps not for your highest good? The other energies associated with the jellyfish is all about sort of trust and surrendering and just allowing yourself to be taken where you need to be. So for some of you this week, you will find that you're just being sort of carried along, and it's all about trust and just going with the flow and just going where you need to be, and your attention will be drawn to where it needs to be rather than where you necessarily want it to be. The next energy that came through for me was, these are old-fashioned bellows. Do you maybe remember that you get these bellows and you sort of pump them like this, and it's all about sort of adding air to fan the flames to get a fire going. So I feel that there's a bit of energy needed for some of you this week just to get your fire going. And it's interesting because this feels quite relevant. There's an energy, and I'm intuitively just being drawn to this, about delays, the fact that this reading was delayed, the fact that my energy was low. And it just feels that for some of you, you just need that extra wee boost to get the flames going and just to get that fire burning. So it could well be if there's a project that you've been working on and you've just not felt the sort of desire or the momentum for it, then this is just giving you some indication that maybe you need to find something that's going to help just sort of give you that extra energy just to boost that flame and to boost the sort of fire for the project, the sort of burning desire for whatever project it is that you're working on. The next energy that came through was a clam shell. Now, clams are used in smudging. So again, if you do various rituals and you use something like a Palo Santo to smudge, or sage, this could well be just a wee reminder that there's some cleansing needing done either around the space that you work or around the home. It could also be just general cleansing, that you're having a sort of general clear out, both physically and sort of with your body, but also in your space, whether that's work or home related. But clams also represent a very grounding energy, and they're also about protection and stabilizing. So this is just a reminder that A, you are protected, and B, a bit more stability is needed in your life. So it could well be that some of you are just kind of rushed off your feet, or you're feeling unsettled and unsure and just not quite comfortable with where you're at. Then this is all about, you know, tapping into those intuitive energies, doing that cleansing ritual, doing that smudging ritual, just to sort of clear away any kind of residual energy that's maybe sort of destabilizing you. So if you're feeling sort of unsure and just not quite at home in your home, you know, you think about it, clams, when they close over, they're a very protective space for what the wee clam inside it. So this is about cleansing and smudging and clearing the space to get rid of any sort of residual energy that has been carried on through the past months, just to help you reconnect and reground with your home. It's also a call to understand, and again, I feel that this is connected to previous energy readings, that for some of you, we are really questioning where we belong, where we live, what makes us feel secure, what makes us feel safe. And that also means that some of you will be considering relocating or moving, or just doing something around the home to make you feel a wee bit more connected with that space. I then got the energy of twins. Now this is non-gender specific, but just twins came through. So this is sort of multi-layered for me. Initially the energy that came through, excuse me, I'm going to cough. Excuse me, sorry. Initially the energy that came through for this was this kind of twinning and mirroring. And it almost feels that the sort of two aspects of yourself, and you are not only mirroring back to you that what you are. So you're going to find yourself in certain circumstances where you're going to be presented by people who are going to mirror back to you something that you need to still process from a sort of shadow side, or something that you've not released or worked on, which is what we've been invited to do fairly recently. So that might be a wee bit confrontational. It might not be. It might be quite lovely. So just to be aware of your interactions with people this week, and how people are behaving round about you, and the type of experiences that you're having, and is there something that you could learn or connect with to help shift and release past experiences. So you know that way life mirrors back at you, and the people and the situations and experiences mirror back at you that which you are. The other energy that feels with this is that there's sort of, this could almost be a parallel life. Excuse me, my window's open and that's just a car in the background. It feels that this kind of two aspects, two lives are walking, you know, there's two paths, not quite sliding doors, but I feel that you're, there's two aspects to you, two very strong aspects in your life, and it could well be the professional or the personal, or there's two ways of being, two ways of living, and you're either walking the same course at the same time, or you're considering a change. You're considering, okay, this is one path. Do I want to change to a different path? Do I want to become a different person? What do I want to change about me and my life? The other energy with the twins is this could be, for some of you, I feel related to twin flames. So if this is something that you've really been calling into your energy, this week could start to see a bit of a shift in that energy. Twin flames and that energy could be coming up for you this week. This energy is also, I mean, this is kind of fully loaded, this twin energy, and it's also about the first relationship and the last relationship. So your first relationship, particularly if we're seeking somebody, seeking a twin flame, seeking that mutual connection. And twin flames are not always sort of magical and wonderful and positive. They can be challenging at the same time. And a twin flame, you know, helps you to see who you truly are. So this is also about looking at that first sort of momentous relationship and what did you learn from it, and then over the years, your last relationship, how have things changed? How have you behaved differently? What have you learned? What are you prepared to shift? What are you prepared to open up to compromise on, to help invite the right type of relationship into your life? So look back at the first relationship that really meant something, and then your last relationship, and can you see there has been a pattern of behavior, or have you seen that things have evolved over the years and you have become better, a stronger partner? What have you still to learn? Is there something new, something more? The other thing that with this twin flame, or rather twin energy, is it's also about life and death, endings and beginnings. So again, this will be relevant to some of you. There will be some endings this week that, and it almost feels sort of tapped into this delay energy that have taken a bit of time to come to fruition, and you've taken time for you to finally go, okay, well, that's it. I now know the decision. I'm now ready to close the door on that chapter. It feels like this week you're going to get that energy where you're now officially ready to move on and to invite in something new, this new beginning. Excuse me. The next energy that I got was one of these sort of old-fashioned megaphones, and this feels very much about the energy of speaking up for yourself. And that's definitely true because I've had that kind of tickle in my throat as I'm talking about this energy. So the old megaphone, you know, this is the handle, and they would kind of call out, so what do you need to shout? Are you not shouting loudly enough? You know, so particularly from a work environment, are you being looked over? Are you sharing all the sort of positive things that you're doing? Are you letting your bosses or your colleagues or your peers know what a good job you're doing? Are you championing your own corner enough? This week, you're going to get the energy to do that. And it feels that this is a positive thing because a lot of us don't feel comfortable really kind of, you know, singing our praises and sharing how good we feel about who we are and the job that we're doing. And I just feel that there's a definite energy of some of you are not doing this and some of you really need to do this. And you're going to get the confidence to do it this week. And it feels that it's going to benefit you. The flip of that is that I got a lampshade that came through, and it feels that some of you, that this lampshade, it felt like you're hiding your light. You think about it, the bulb is in here and it sort of dampens the light. You still get light coming out, but it sort of makes the light subdued. So I feel for some of you, you are going to be feeling a little subdued this week. But also it feels that you are shading your light, you are dimming your light. And this is kind of, the universe loves a contradiction. It's a bit of a contradiction to this energy. And they're definitely linked that if you are not allowing yourself, your light to shine brightly enough, this is the week to do something about it. This is the week to do something about it. So thank you very much for watching. It is a short one this week just because I want to preserve my energy and make sure that what I'm bringing through is going to be relevant to you. And I would love for you to subscribe if this has connected with you, and please do comment. I always answer the comments. And of course, if you know anyone that would be interested in this kind of reading, then please do share the link because I'm trying to grow the channel and all your support really counts. It really helps and is very much appreciated. So I'm wishing you a fabulous week this week from the 22nd till the 28th of July.